Everybody loved him. Hundreds of people would be by the courthouse, and he, put up his finger to the government, and that's it. This man is dying, and you still have him in solitary confinement. He was tied, his feet to the bed, and his hands were tied to the bed. People want to question if my father was weak or tough. He had a severe kidney infection. He was sick. He didn't get to see a doctor. By the time he got off the bus, he was covered in blood. If there was ever a time to become a rat or something, it would have been then. No, instead he fought 5 trials. Eli has never had any conversation with my father. He lied about my son. Like, this is how sick they are. I defend my family. I think I do a pretty good job of defending my family. But other people defend my family also. I don't ask them to do it, but they do. Hi, everyone. How is everyone tonight? How are you all? Hi, Mob Rats Exposed. How are you? I'm going to play some videos tonight. I'm going to play the full interview with Frank Morano and Justice Tech Pros, Dominic. Now, Frank Morano is a dear friend for a long time. We met Frank Morano at my brother John's 4 racketeering trials he covered. We became friends with him, I think, from the very first or second day of the first trial. So before YouTube tries to pull anything, I have full permission from Frank Morano and Justice Tech Pros to share this interview. I set my alarm clock at 3:30 this morning because I didn't know if it was going to be, be able to be shared or anything like that. So I wanted to listen to it for myself. And I was even texting both of them at 3:30 in the morning while they were on the radio. And I had asked Frank if I could share it. He said yes. I asked Dominic from Justice Tech Pros, and he said I have carte blanche to share anything of his. And I appreciate that. And thank you so much. I'm going to play that. And then I'm going to play some other videos. Like I have some home videos because I had somebody who watches my show called The Ends say the other night that he would like to know more about Angel by Angel. So I will try to share some things with you, and you can get maybe an understanding of how I am and my biggest fault that I have. And maybe you'll understand. So let me say hello. I hope Mobland is here because I also asked him if he wanted to come on tonight, and I will drop a link. And Maureen wants to come on. Anybody wants to come on, I will drop a link. Hi, Kremel. I'll watch. Let's see. I'll just watch tonight and let you and JTP talk about the broadcast. I'll come on another time. Okay, no problem. I guess you thought that I was going to have Justice Tech Pros on. The first heading that I have, it did sound like that. That's why I changed it. Hello, Kremel. Hello, Vicky and Ryan Fan. Hello, Holly. Hi, Mob Rats Exposed again. Jane, how are you? Now you're just Jane? You're just Jane, not just Jane. Let me see. Who else is here? Miss Can't Be Wrong. How are you, Miss Can't Be Wrong? What's real? Hello, what's real? I'm going to talk about, I see that the viewership is down a little bit, and I'm going to talk about that too when I'm done with my videos. And that's okay, because they might not be here in the chat, but they end up watching my show anyway. So, hello, Donnie and Dana. How are you? Hi, Rob. Hello, Jared. Carol, how are you, Carol? Danny, how are you, Danny? Rob D. Tina Orlando, how are you? Gianni, how are you, Gianni? Medit, how are you? Michael Hensley. Michael Hensley, I saw what you said, and I'm really sorry if I have people who watch my show but won't watch it when I have certain guests on. I don't do that to other content creators. I still watch and support them. So I'm sorry that you feel that way, Michael, because I always liked you coming here. Hello, Victoria. Hello, Susie. Hi, OC. Hi, Bill Jordan. Hi, Assassinino. And Mob Rats Exposed said, Michael Hensley, thank you for serving. And thank you, Michael, for your service. Hello, Jason from Ireland. How are you? Hello, Facts Over Feelings, Andrew White. Wolf Cola Incorporated, how are you? Gianni, I said. Cleveland Corleones, how are you? Hello, Mob Rats Exposed. Hello, Fishy. Good. I'm happy to hear that, Donnie. I hope Dana's with you. Hello, Andrew. The ends. There you are. You wanted to know more about me. You might get a little more about me tonight. And thank you, the ends, for saying the nice things that you said in the No Fly Zone show last night. Thank you. I was watching and I was commenting too, because I have a wrench there. Hello, Tommy Guns. Hello, Big Lou from the No Fly Zone. Let me see what else. Claudio, there's Claudio. Hi, Claudio. Yes, like and subscribe and hit that like button only if you like the show. If you don't like it, don't hit it. Hit the dislike if you want. Hello, Eyeball Patch. How are you? Mob Rats Exposed. You did not have to do that. JTP and Angel, great team. I couldn't agree more. Okay. And everybody says you and I are a great team as well. And that is always in the comments. Always. People like you and I together doing our show. And you have to tell me what night you want to pick for the Lawless movie review. Hello, Lisa, CIA hole. Hello. Hello, Yankees for Life. How are you? And okay, you heard this morning. You heard that this morning. It was really good for Dom. I thought it was excellent, and I'm going to talk about it. Hello, Montauk. If it wasn't good, I wouldn't share it. I wouldn't have went through the trouble that I had to do to share it. But I thought it was great. I heard it at 3:30 in the morning, and then I heard it again this morning, and then I heard it again this afternoon. I listened to it. I shouldn't have said I heard it. I listened to it. What happened, Jason? OC nice, any work? Oh, okay. You're talking to someone else. Hello, Mobland. Hi, Sharpshooter. Okay. Hello there, Angela. How are you? How are you, Ange? Hello, Chicago Muscle. Hello, folks. Angel Gotti working and listening. Hello, Chicago Muscle. I will join when you want. Thank you very much. Okay, that sounds good to me. Hello, I said hello to Victoria already. Well, there's another hello. Mickey Griggs, good for you. I'm happy, Mickey Griggs. Great golfer. Jill Vitale, when she was with ABC Radio, spoke about the fun at Frank's wedding. Yes, we had a beautiful time at Frank's wedding. Frank had a beautiful wedding. A really beautiful wedding. Okay. Shh. Oh, that's right, Jane. I forgot. You're right. Yes, Angel had to change my account again when I got hacked. Yes. Now you're just Jane. Hello, Carlos. How are you? Hi, Route Irish. Hello, The Truth Hurts. How are you? Mike Wall, how are you? I think I got everyone. If I didn't, I'll come back to you. Vegas Vinny. Well, I'm going to stay clear of this drama, Vegas Vinny, but I'm going to address some things. I'm just not going to mention. Stay tuned. I'll address everything. Angel, the weather is getting very nice down here. You need to come on down. Yeah, I need a vacation. You have no idea. And Michael Hensley, and I still support you. That's why I'm here. I'm very happy to hear that, Michael. Thank you. Thank you very much. Hello, Kane Shades. How are you, Kane Shades? Yes, it was a great interview. I hope you want to hear it again because you're going to. You're going to hear it again. Hello, West Carson TV. And I am going to, hello, Fin Freak. Hello, Teresa Murphy. Okay, I'm going to, I think I got about everybody. Hello, Tommy Stiggs. How are you? How's everything, Tommy? Everybody, if you could drop everybody's links to their shows, to their channels, I mean. Hold on, let's see who else. Okay, everybody's saying hello to everyone. Hello, Jersey Girl. If I missed you, I'll catch it back after I play what I want to play. Okay. Now, this is it's divided into 3 parts because in the overlay you could only have it. It has to be under 10 minutes long, so it's in 3 parts. So we'll start with part 1. Okay. And this is Frank Morano and Justice Tech Pros. And I just want to say one thing to everyone. Until you are in this situation, nobody will understand. They'll say, oh, I understand. No, you don't. Not until you're in this situation will you understand. And now you all have to understand, my brother John was facing the death penalty in his last trial, number 5. Facing the death penalty because of a pathological liar, John Alite. So until you're in those shoes or you have somebody you love in those shoes, you don't understand what this is all about. But I do. And so sit back and enjoy.
So I have covered a lot of criminal cases over the years. I've commented on a lot of criminal cases over the years. And most of these cases never go to trial. Upwards of 90% never go to trial. Somebody takes a plea. Occasionally, someone actually chooses to roll the dice and actually go to trial. I give credit, by the way, to anybody who chooses to go to trial in this day and age. I really do. Because the easy thing to do is avoid a trial and take a plea. The easier thing to do is to, instead of going to trial, become a cooperating witness or a confidential informant for federal prosecutors, because more often than not, they will then be willing to look the other way on whatever crimes you've committed. Now, in the trials that I have observed, almost all of them have featured informants and cooperating witnesses playing a central role. And on more than one occasion, I have seen cooperating witnesses lie under oath. I've seen them repeatedly perjure themselves. And there's very little repercussions, if any, for these lying informants. Somebody that wants to change some of that is Dominic Crea. Dominic Crea is an interesting guy. He is a podcaster and the founder of something called Justice Technology Professionals. Dominic, it's been too long. Good morning. Thanks for joining me on the radio.
Good morning, Frank. Thank you for having me on again, sir.
Dominic, for people that aren't familiar with you, what exactly is Justice Technology Professionals?
We're a litigation support firm, which basically means we just assist counsel and the attorneys and their clients to prepare for trial throughout all stages of getting indicted all the way up to trial.
So if I'm indicted and I choose to go to trial, my lawyer, he hires your team and you guys help prepare for the trial.
That's correct.
Okay. And you got a great YouTube channel. People could just search Justice Tech Pros and you do some great videos on there. Now, you also have a pretty personal connection with the criminal justice system, don't you?
That's correct.
What is that?
Yes. The last case I was involved in was my father's case, and he went to trial with 3 other gentlemen. And unfortunately, they were wrongfully convicted, and a lot of that conviction was attributed to informants who were getting on the stand and telling out-and-out lies. And the reason I knew they were lying is because a lot of the statements were contradicting to the facts of the case, to a lot of the discovery evidence. And then to even go further with that, after the trial, several of these informants started podcasts, and they would go on the podcast and tell stories, and a lot of their stories that they were telling, again, conflicted with 302s and proffer sessions and trial testimony.
If people don't know, a 302 is basically an FBI agent's notes about conversations that he has with informants. They're recorded in something called a 302, and then that's disclosed to the defense. So then if they tell a different story on the stand or in the public afterwards, you know that they told the FBI agent they were speaking to a different story. Now, your father's in prison now?
Correct.
And how long is his prison sentence?
It's a life sentence. Him and the 3 other gentlemen who were found guilty.
All right. Well, we'll talk about your father's case another day. But
sure.
What is the problem with how cooperating witnesses and informants are used in the criminal justice system today? I think, and look, I have a history, rightly so, and a reputation as being very pro-defense, but I think everybody, even the staunchest pro-defense person, recognizes that you do need to use cooperating witnesses and confidential informants from time to time to have some knowledge about what goes on when it comes to criminal activity, especially conspiracies. What's the problem with how informants and cooperated witnesses are used today?
Well, the problem I'm seeing is the honesty factor. A lot of these informants are being promised things, benefits, and huge bonuses, so to speak, in exchange for their testimony, and they're not being held accountable for their own issues in exchange for testifying against a higher target. So what's happening is they're making the prize, so to speak, so much so that you're finding a lot of informants are just telling the prosecutor and their handler what they want to hear, and they're going with facts that aren't accurate. They're out and out lies. They're going with tales that are just tall tales, and they're kind of giving as much information that they can that they think the prosecution wants to hear, not based on reality and not based on fact.
Now, when I've watched a lot of criminal trials, when the prosecutor is questioning the cooperating witness on direct examination, towards the end of the testimony, it's the same script every time. You know, the prosecutor asks the cooperating witness something like, what is your understanding of what your obligation is here today. The cooperating witness says, my understanding of the agreement is that I have to tell the truth. Have you been promised anything for, giving your testimony here today? No. Do you have any expectation of what your sentence will be after your testimony here today? Answer, always no. What is your understanding of what will happen if you lie here today? And the cooperating witness always says, like they're reading from a script, it's my understanding that they'll tear up my cooperation agreement. Now, in all of the years of trial watching that I've done, and it's substantial, I have seen witness after witness lie, and not once have I ever heard a cooperating agreement be torn up. Have you noticed, have you seen that line of questioning, and have you noticed the same thing?
Yes, and also I have a problem with that, shtick that they give. It sounds great that they're not expecting anything in exchange for their return, but on the federal level, the truth is what happens is they get what's called a 5K1 letter, and the prosecution gives the 5K1 letter to the judge after their testimony, and basically it's a glowing review about the informant. They'll tell the judge everything they helped them do, all the high-profile targets they may have helped them convict. So I always say I'd like to see the statistics on what the informant was facing versus what he or she received after the 5K1 letter was used and was contemplated by the judge. And pretty much 10 out of 10 times that I have seen, that letter has a lot of power in it. So that letter does offer where you see a judge give somebody a slap on the wrist.
I mean, it's a get-out-of-jail-free card. Let's be honest. That 5K1 letter is a get-out-of-jail-free card.
Exactly. That's why I think they kind of play with words when they say that to the jury, and they're saying, well, you're not getting anything in exchange, and that's just not reality. That's not how it plays out.
No, it certainly is not.
Okay, now here's two.
How, if the cooperating witness enters into a plea agreement or a cooperation agreement with the prosecutor and the FBI and the Department of Justice, how do they then lie and get away with just time served? How does that happen? Explain to the uninitiated who might be listening.
Well, what happens is they get on the stand, they tell their story, they put on a good routine. The prosecution will make sure they have many rehearsal sessions where they'll have the informant on and they'll go through the motions, ask them all the questions, dress them up so they really look presentable. They give a good performance, and then if they get the conviction, then, they lived up to their end of the bargain, and that will make it into the 5K1 letter. But on the defense side, when you start seeing the contradictions based on motions that were submitted pre-trial, based on discovery, where they're saying they had something on tape that they never had, and it's a little frustrating in a lot of ways because a lot of these discovery information is always housed under a protective order. So you can never really talk about it. So even on my podcast, I can't go into details on certain things where I could explain how I know somebody's lying and compare it to the court transcripts based on the 302s because you can't really talk about those things. But what happened was, which I'm sure you noticed in recent times, you have all these different informants. I think it's almost like the informant playbook, where after they're done informing, they want to do a YouTube career or a podcast career. And there's podcasts popping up left and right with all these informants. And if you pay attention and you start listening just to the podcasts, you'll see a lot of contradicting stories, a lot of events that changed, a lot of details that changed just from listening from their own words within the podcast. And that's kind of what spawned what I'm working on, this We Pushback movement, because I started just thinking, well, I think this needs to come to light. And it doesn't matter what my opinion is on an informant. That's irrelevant. The way I feel for the public, at the very least, the public and potential jurors, they want the informant to tell them the truth. That's very important.
All right, we're going to talk about the We Push Back in just a second. One of the things that I learned at your website, wepushback.com, is that and I knew that this was pervasive. I didn't have any idea how pervasive, is you have a link to an article that shows the FBI authorized informants to break the law. Okay, we figured there's bending of the law when you run around with criminals. The FBI authorized informants to break the law 22,800 times in 4 years. Is that accurate?
I put the article up, I put the citations up, and it seems to be very accurate. And that's what a part of the website's going to be. It's a hub where you could pull those information. The public could read the statistics, read the different cases. You know, it's organic, so it'll be growing. There'll be things that'll be added to it. It's really just to give the public an insight onto what goes on, because they're just not aware of these things. I see it even with my podcast. I'll get emails, I was never aware of that. I wasn't privy to that information. And I just feel it's very important for the small part I could do. It's really, I appeal to the public, potential jurors, so defendants could possibly have a more reasonable juror, a more open-minded juror who will give them a fair shot because they understand the entire picture. And they understand now with this little addition to the puzzle, they'll start understanding about informants, and they'll really digest who's in front of them a little bit more with quality. They'll be able to understand the person's in front of them. They'll just have a little background to not automatically assume everything out of their word is gospel.
If people are just tuning in, we're talking with Dominic Crea. He's launched a new website called WePushBack.com that's trying to push back against the way informants and cooperating witnesses are able to get away with brazen dishonesty to help send people to prison while getting a get-out-of-jail-free card for their own crimes. Now, Dominic, we know of a lot of the top echelon informants, people like Whitey Bulger, Greg Scarpa, Frankie Blue Eyes Sparaco, people that were able to commit horrible crimes with the consent and in some cases the assistance of their FBI handlers. We've also seen other instances where informants, the recent plot, and that's air quotes, plot to kidnap the governor of Michigan comes to mind, where informants are actually the tip of the spear in getting a criminal conspiracy going. From what you've observed, how often are the informants, the people that are working with and in some cases being paid by the federal government, how often are they the ones that are actually the tip of the spear to get a crime started?
Oh, very often. In the few cases I've worked on, they were pretty much the wheel that started everything going. They're the ones who are going out there and initiating the crimes a lot of the time. In the last case I was on, you have informants on tape actually trying to convince people to get involved in drug dealing, and you hear the defendants on tape, I want nothing to do with that, and they're pushing the issue. So I've seen it play out a few times on several cases I was involved in.
And are informants paid generally?
Yes. Again, one of the cases I was involved, they were going when the defense had the informants on the stand and they were going over cross-examination, they were rambling off all the numbers that they were receiving. And we're talking big numbers, hundreds of thousands. You have informants who the government was paying their child support, paying their rent, paying for automobiles, paying for their travel. You're talking all different expenses. One informant on tape that was paid in trial was talking to the agent through his wire how he wants to get a cashmere sweater. And they're negotiating about getting him a cashmere sweater. I've seen it all.
Do we have any idea how much the FBI or the taxpayers spend paying informants?
No, everything I've seen, they keep that pretty much low key. The last article that I found with some numbers, which I posted on the site, was from 2014, and it was over $500 million that were spent on the confidential informants. I don't know what it is now. We're in 2022. I haven't seen any current numbers, but that was the last big figure that I saw that was spent in 1 year.
So what exactly is WePushBack.com? Explain that to our listeners and explain what you're trying to achieve exactly.
Absolutely. Basically, I had my podcast for 2.5 years. You and I spoke about it in the past. And within the last, I would say, 10 months, about 10 months ago, I started noticing channels popping up. There was different channels popping up that were focusing on the informants, which I referred to earlier, all these different informants who have their podcasts. And you had a lot of these littler channels popping up, and they were just pointing out the inconsistencies and the lies based on things they have seen, based on past episodes maybe that the informant has done, interviews because they're all over. They're trying to be famous, so they're doing a lot of interviews. So a lot of individuals were just doing their own podcast, calling out all these different inconsistencies and basically calling them out on their nonsense and talking about it and bringing it to the public's attention. So there was several of these podcasters. So I figured a good way that's a win-win for everybody is I wanted to create a hub. And what the hub would be is the wepushback.com. And it would bring people because now you have different platforms. Now you have all the content creators on YouTube or on different podcasts. Now you're entering the arena in the web space where you're just gaining more traffic. You're getting SEO results. You're bringing people to this hub. So now when they go to the hub, they could see all the different members, see all the different content. People get new listeners, new subscribers listening to their content, all while bringing attention to this issue. And also, which was very important to me, is I wanted to give those impacted by these lying informants a voice. So they could call if they want to come and contradict something, if they want to come and talk about something. Because if you listen to a lot of episodes these informants do, I mean, not only do they put people away, then they go on these episodes, they bash defendants. Right. I hear them laughing at people. Mm-hmm. I heard one informant.
They also laugh about the victims sometimes, right. Their own victims.
That's right. That's right. And you hear them laughing about how crazy they are. You know, they all got to say how they're so tough and they're killers and they kill everybody. It's really just a big like bluff session. And it's disturbing when you hear it. And you have all these families, you have family members of the defendants affected, and they have to sit there and hear lies about their family members being told day in, day out, people being made fun of. And I figured, okay, no matter how flat you make a pancake, it's always got two sides. So it's time for the other side to be heard.
So basically what wepushback.com is a central hub that serves as, if I have a YouTube channel where I expose the lies of an informant, you would house it or link to it on wepushback.com.
And it's not just for that. It's really about the ideology. A lot of our channels that are part of our hub do things that aren't even related. And I think that adds the value of it because we'll have channels that talk about music. We have channels that talk about mental health. There's a channel that the gentleman just focuses on helping kids. But the overall theme, they'll hashtag We Push Back. They'll bring it up every once in a while and the impact. And what I like about that is just not constantly, then it turns into white noise. If you have all these podcasts just talking about the same thing day in, day out, it's white noise. It gives a different spectrum. So it brings in viewers, it brings in the public, and the overall goal is to just give the public the information. Just let the public go listen to the two different sides and then decide where they feel who's telling the truth and who is not. So the hub kind of draws everybody in. It brings everybody to the different content creators that are members. And all that we have in common, we all align with the same core belief. We may not agree with informants. We may not like the concept of, not being accountable, and you want to distribute somebody else to take the fall for something you may have done. But the bottom line is the lies are the problem. When they're not telling the truth, they're putting people away based on their lies. We all come together based on that. And this is in its infancy stage. It's only a few months old and it's building. We're getting members. I sent out a bunch of T-shirts with the website on it to bring traffic. We have listeners and supporters posting pictures all over social media, wearing the shirts. We push back. So it's just right now it's in the infancy stages where we're just bringing attention to it. And it's organic. I'm sure it will grow. We'll be using the hub for different things. And the overall theme is really just bringing attention to the criminal justice system, how it works, what goes on with these lying informants, how it impacts defendants, in hopes that the public starts gaining knowledge and starts, when they sign up for jury duty, they take it seriously and they have an open mind.
Is there a risk that this could lead to a sort of internet vigilantism with certain witnesses who some people claim are not telling the truth, being terrorized by everybody? I don't know, by their neighbors or anybody else?
Well, it goes both ways. I mean, there's a risk right now of family members, defendants getting abused, getting tormented. You got to see the comments that they leave under all these informants' pages, abusing people, calling people murderous lowlives without even knowing the facts of the case, just going by what the informant's saying. So they've been on here for years and years doing that. Now, if we're just giving another side to it and we're just saying, okay, that's their story, we're going to show that they're not telling the truth. We're going to show the inconsistencies. We're going to show their true persona, because that's another thing. In court, they always try to put on their best behavior. But when you see them on YouTube, it's a whole different personality. And I know I'm going to face a lot of adversity. I already have. You got to see some of the comments I get. I had an informant spiral out of control. He went on another podcaster's show, who's an informant supporter, and that's fine. That's what he does. And on the show, he's actually saying they want to have RICO charges against myself and the whole We Push Back movement.
Wow.
And I find that funny, because for all these years, nobody pushed back on them. They've just been talking. By the way, there's never been a problem.
Dominic, and we're almost out of time here.
Yes.
But this is totally nonpartisan, right? You could be a Republican, a Democrat, liberal, conservative, and embrace the notion of holding informants accountable, right?
Exactly.
Very quickly,
it's for everybody.
Before we run out of time, this was the word from legendary Harvard law professor Alan Dershowitz on the We Push Back movement.
In my almost 60-year experience as a criminal defense lawyer, I have learned that lying informants are unfortunately all too common in our criminal justice system. These informants not only sing, they often compose. They make up stories because implicitly prosecutors send a message. Sometimes it's not an explicit message, but a message. The better your information for us, the more we can do for you. And this inclines many, many informers to elaborate on their story, to make up information about innocent people. And it's very important to expose this and to let juries and judges and legislatures and the general public know about the dangers of using informers. Informers' information should really always have to be corroborated by a non-informer testimony or documentary or other evidence. Even that's often not enough of a protection, because a smart informer can tailor his or her testimony to the existing true evidence and just make it stronger and more pro-prosecution. So, look, nobody wants to see the innocent falsely convicted. Our system literally goes back to the Bible and to Blackstone. Better 10 guilty go free than one innocent be wrongly confined. The extensive use and promises to informants undercuts that traditional approach to criminal law. So it's important to fight back against it.
Dominic, sounds like quite an endorsement there. Please keep us posted on this and let us know any news that develops in the We Push Back movement.
Absolutely. And as always, thank you very much for having me on, Frank.
Sure thing. It's my pleasure. Check out the website, wepushback.com. If you know of somebody that has a podcast or a YouTube page or a blog that fits with this, maybe you hook up with these guys, wepushback.com. I'll take your calls next, 800-848-9222. This is The Other Side of Midnight. Straight ahead.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
That was great, wasn't it?
Listen, I'm a little emotional right now, and I don't want to be. But until these people understand, are in those shoes, you don't understand. That's what I meant to say. Until you're in those shoes. My brother could have gotten life in ADX, Colorado. First, it was the death penalty because of a piece of crap lying punk who today has changed his story 500 different times. So until you're in those shoes, you can't say a damn word about anything. Now, I've had my issues with We Push Back. I've gotten mad even at you, MRE, Dominic, at times. The We Push Back, I've gotten mad at it, not because of what it is, but because of some of the silly things that was surrounding it.
Well, some of the supporters saying dumb stuff.
Yes, exactly.
And we understand that.
No, exactly. So when I heard this at 3:30 in the morning, the blood was rising to my head because first of all, Frank knows. Frank's been there with us from day one, and Frank's seen it and other trials too that had nothing to do with my family. That had nothing to do with anything. He goes to his trials. That's what he does. He covers the trials, and he's seen it so many times that these informants get caught in lies, and the government does nothing about it. Did you see the part? I'm sorry. I'm getting emotional, and I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. Are you talking about the part where they say how much money was spent over the last 3 or 4 years on informants?
Well, I was going to bring that up after this one.
Okay.
All right. 22,800 times in 4 years, the FBI allowed informants to break the law. Okay? To break the law. Let me tell you something. When my best friend's brother, Ronnie, okay? Ronnie came out of prison and he was on parole, probation, whatever you call that. He went to a Christmas party. All he did was go to a Christmas party. And you know what happened? They said he violated his parole, his probation. I don't know what you call it. And he got a year in prison for it. But yet, these informants all get together. They all get together. They break the laws. They do whatever they want to do. And nothing happens to them. It's like a double standard.
Oh, it is a double standard. You're correct. They can go on after they do their ratting and their lying. They can even go on YouTube. They can lie about sleeping with people's family members. They can be total degenerate perverts. They can threaten to hurt people, and nothing happens to them. So now that there's people pushing back on this, they want people indicted, and it's just. And like you said, in case you've gone through it and you've lost a family member where your family member's been ripped out of your lives by one of these lying informant people, maybe you won't get it. Maybe some do, but if you haven't been told on or put in that situation by a lying informant, some people so sympathize with them, think they're changed people or whatever. They're really not. Changed people don't sell baseball bats and butcher knives. They don't do the things that they did. And even if they were changed or whatever, or you put someone in jail on lies or anything like that, you're a creep.
Could you imagine negotiating for a cashmere sweater?
Oh, my God. I know. I heard, oh, my God, a cashmere sweater.
Okay. This is not a joke. This isn't a joke. This is real. And then the other thing, what was that? What did he say? $500 million. Now, the reason why I was going to save that one till now is because $500 million, right? That's what they spent on informants. Well, when the pandemic was going on in 2020, I believe it was 2020, it was the Trump administration. And the pandemic started, and I shared an article on my Facebook, my Shadow of My Father page, and my Twitter, that the FBI, I don't know if it's specifically the FBI, the government was complaining because they weren't getting money for their informants.
Imagine that.
They were worried about during a pandemic. Okay. I should have brought the article from my Shadow page, but it was like from 2 years ago, and what I have to go through to get that article. But that's what the government was upset because they weren't during a goddamn pandemic. They were upset because they weren't getting the money for their informants.
Yeah, that shows you where like some unbelievable for what cashmere sweaters and for new teeth and all this crazy shit. it's
yes. And you want to know another thing? I don't know why all these informants like Trump, because he doesn't like them.
No.
I don't understand. That's another article I shared where Trump is calling out his rat lawyer, Michael Cohen, and he's saying about these rats. So I don't know why you all even like him.
Yeah, they shouldn't, because I don't think anybody really except people who maybe watch them and are a little starstruck or whatever, maybe that, but no real people or anybody of any substance would like or back an informant, a lying informant. I don't get it. It's amazing. Like you got guys like A-Light. Oh, Trump this. I want to run for public office. Like, dude, what are you, crazy? These people hate you.
Yeah, he doesn't like you. I don't know why you like him. He doesn't like you.
It's amazing. It's their egos. It's just, and look what they do. Like, all right, you explained that time where your brother had, I think, a kidney infection or a bladder infection, and they were giving him the diesel therapy, tying him up and torturing this guy while he was in vicious pain.
Yeah, exactly. And he still till today has a problem with his kidneys because of that. Because every time he would get to a prison and he would say, he finally got to one prison, I think it was Atlanta, when he said, I need to see a doctor or whatever. They said, okay. They finally gave him an appointment for the next day, but in the middle of the night, they took him out again, put him back on the bus.
Like he's some bin Laden or something.
Yeah.
He's an American citizen. Give him the medical attention the guy needs.
Exactly.
It's sick. Just like Frank Pasqua. This guy is another one. Now, all these guys are just such creeps. Such creeps.
Exactly. And I tell everyone, if go watch or go listen or go get the audio of Guilt for the Guiltless.
Yeah, that book's mind blowing, and it's so sad that those 4 men or those 3 men are in jail for all of these lies. It started off at Frank. This should have never even went to the grand jury. It was all on Frank's lies.
Exactly.
And lies of Evangelista swallowing razor blades, and it's just these. I don't know how anybody could believe any one of them guys. I don't know how they could believe someone like A-Light. I don't know how they could believe any of these lying informants. I don't get it. Well, we all know why. I call it the Italian Inquisition, what it really is. Because by busting so-called mob guys or alleged mob guys, it helps their careers.
Yeah, well, I just lost my train of thought again. First, let me just say, I want to say thank you to Minnie the Moocher. She gave a cash app yesterday, and I just want to say thank you, and I appreciate that, and it will go to the animals.
Minnie the Moocher is good people. He just lost his dog recently.
Oh, Minnie the Moocher is a man?
Yes, Minnie the Moocher lost his dog recently.
Oh, I'm very sorry to hear that, Minnie.
Yeah, good people from the Durkleverse. Good people.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry to hear that, but thank you. I appreciate that. I'm very sorry to hear that. So anyway, I set my alarm because look, I love Frank Morano. I know him 8 years now. He's a dear friend of the family. I'm just getting to know Dominic, and I really, really like Dominic a lot. I consider him a friend. And I said, you know what? I'm going to set the alarm. And because I'm always up anyway, so I just set 3:30. Meanwhile, I got up before the alarm went off anyway. And I just said, I was listening to it, and I was just, I think like I heard it for the first time. It was like hearing the whole thing, even though I've known about it, it was like hearing it for the first time.
Oh, he hit on all of his points so well. Yes. Dom hit on all them points so well. He comes off so professional and stuff, hits on all the points and stuff like that. It was great. I listened to it too, and I listened to it twice, actually. It was so good. Yeah,
me too. Me too.
And isn't that the show where Casparosa called in and played A-Light, saying that he knew federal agents in the 90s, early 90s?
No, Frank Morano is on AM radio.
Oh, all right, because I remember. Oh, okay, I got it mixed up with the other Colada show.
Yeah,
okay.
No, this is Frank. He is on AM radio. I think he's now on 77 ABC. I'm pretty sure. I get confused because he was at another one and now he's at this one. And he really is a really nice guy, really nice man, I should say, really nice man.
Yeah, I have a lot of respect for him. Bringing Justice Tech Pros on for that, and the stuff like Like didn't he speak? He had some of your family members on, or spoke about the Aletto stuff before.
I think the only, first of all, I remember my mom has only done 2 interviews. One with Carlos, no, not Carlos. What's his name? Pablo Guzman and Frank Morano.
Oh, wow. I got to go listen to that.
My mother adores Frank Morano, adores him.
Well, if your mother likes him, that says he's a good guy right there.
Exactly, yeah. And my brother John, you know what? Chris Casparosa did call into Frank's show like 8 years ago when my brother was promoting his book. He didn't really promote it. He only did like a few things. And one thing he did do was with Frank Morano. And that's how that's the night I met Chris Casparosa.
Oh, all right. All right.
Yeah, I met Chris Casparosa that night while my brother John was on Frank's radio show, because Chris called in. He called in.
Well, good for him.
Yeah.
And just like when he went with the camera outside of the Aletto thing, he got Aletto to admit that the alleged pedophile Michael Bruchik wrote the first chapter of his book. Yeah,
exactly.
It's just nuts what they can get away with, and all that money spent on them. And like you were saying, in a pandemic, they're crying about they need more money for their informants. Like, we're going through a nationwide pandemic where people are dying.
Exactly. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe that. I shared that on my Twitter. I'm not sure if I did on Instagram, but on my shadow page on Facebook, I could not believe they were complaining about not having money for their informants.
Well, number one, they let them keep their money, and they pay them and get them cashmere sweaters and teeth and the whole nine.
Yes.
Look at Schmiegel Gravano. They let him keep all of his money, and they gave him a lot of money too. It's ridiculous.
They went collecting his money. How is that?
Really? I didn't know that. They went
collected his money. The money that he had out on the street, they went and collected it for him.
That is perverse and sick on so many levels.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. But it was really good to hear that. I listened to that twice today. Once this morning, once I was driving to work, I listened to it. And I was so proud of Justice Tech Pros. He hit every point nice. He hit it eloquently. Yes. It was just really good. And he got the We Push Back thing out there. So that was good too.
Yeah.
Because look, like for years, these guys are on here torturing people.
That's what this is. To me, this is what it was all about for me, because I felt like this was like created just for me. As crazy as that sounds, because
look what you and your family have been through because of these people. The lies, the filthy, perverted lies put in filthy books, the slander, having Tonto attack, just disgusting.
Exactly. And I know nobody wants to hear this, but I'm going to just say it. And I know nobody likes it, but I'm going to say it. That's why I never, I always felt that, I got to say this the right way. With Jimmy Calandra, right? He exposed A-Light for lying about my uncle getting beat up in prison. So that's why I never had a problem. You know what I mean? I never said anything bad about him.
Yeah, I congratulated him about that too, if you remember.
Yes.
I was like, good for him not going along with this creep's lie.
He could have, but he didn't. But anyway, I felt like this was just for me, because this is what these animals were doing. You were MRE. Did you hear that audio the other night? I was in the chat while you were on Lefty's stream.
Yes, that audio. Yes.
Did you tell everybody what that was? And then I'm going to tell you something about that.
Yeah. Okay. The other night on Lefty's stream, Big H came in, and Big H hit up John A. Light on Instagram and said, "Hi, A-Light," something like that. So A-Light hits him back with, "All you dirty spaghetti in Italians, I hate yous."
I
All
think he
this stuff.
insulted him. I think he insulted him, and that's why A-Light went back at him.
Yeah, I think he said something like, "Why do you lie?" or "hurt families,"
Yes.
something to that notion. And he went on with an "I hate Italian" thing, and he said filthy things about his mother. He would sleep with his mother. All this like degenerate stuff that is truly John A-Light with the degeneracy.
Right.
It was just repulsive, but it showed his true hatred for Italians. Because why? He wanted to be Italian for years. He told everybody his name was Johnny Aletto, half Italian. He used to walk around with a gold chain with the Italian horn, and now he's all pro-Albanian. He also said to him, "Come to my country and we'd kill you." Number one, you're an American, John. You're not Albanian. Number one, you're an American. And the Albanians don't like or trust him neither.
Right, but what did he also say? You must be the Gravano family. You love the effers, this and that. Now, he is on that kick now. But for 8 years, 7 years, he was doing that to people, but it was Gotti. You're the Gotti family. You're the Gotti nephew. You're the Gotti sister. You're the Gotti this. Everything was Gotti. That's what went on for 7 until this past year with him. Now he's got his fixation on Gravano family, but it was always the Gottis. That's what he used to do. He used to do it to all my friends.
And it shows the MO. Yes, I remember you telling me he would find your friends on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter and harass them. And it shows you the MO of Aletto. He goes on these hate rants for a while, and then he switches. Now he's on Gravano and his family, and now he talks about your father like he was the greatest guy in the world. For 8 years, he bashed the guy, and now he's doing the same to Schmiegel and them.
Exactly.
And that's his MO. That's his MO, sexual attacks. And in that video and in that recording, you can hear it very plainly. I want to F your mom and all degenerate stuff like that. And his true hatred for Italians came out in that too. And he's just a very sick, degenerate man.
Exactly. And so when you call them out for being liars, like that's what I used to do. You're going to lie about my family? Yes, I'm going to be there. You're going to go on a radio show and say things about my family that are lies? I'm going to be there. And I am going to tell you you're a liar. And I'm going to tell the people watching and listening that you're lying. And I'm going to put the facts out there for people. So what did they do? They come back with dirty, filthy, degenerate things.
Attacks. Yep.
Exactly.
And now you got your own platform. I bet you Aletto and them are scared to death. Now, like, Angel's got her own platform now where she can get the truth out there on these guys and tell all about all this stuff. It's just disgusting the things that they've done, putting Instagrams up of filth, and that's how they attack, with degenerate sexual attacks. That's his MO and his guy's MO all day long.
Right. So what I'm trying to tell everyone now is until you're in like the family's shoes, you're not going to understand it, and you're going to find everything wrong with it. You know what I mean?
I know what you're saying, because like if you have a family member that was an alleged mob guy, whatever, or anything, and your family members put away, anybody, even if you had no, just your uncle got told on, or your aunt, or whatever, anybody by these lying, you'll understand it then. And when you get attacked too, and your friends are attacked, like he was hitting up your female friends on Instagram, Facebook, hitting them up with filthy things, having his minions leave threats to Casparosa. They threatened Mob Talk Radio, Casparosa. They threatened all these guys and made lies up that they were molested by family members, which is all bull crap. They're just sick, and that's their attacks, sexual degenerate attacks. But then when you get people that come on here, like Angel's doing now, and pushing back and telling the truth, they can't take it. That they want to go to handlers and all this crazy stuff. They can't deal with it.
Exactly. That's exactly it. Until you're in that situation, you will never understand. And then to have filthy, dirty, degenerate porn pictures with my face put on. I'm a mother and I'm a grandmother. I'm an aunt. I'm a sister. How could you do things like that? And then to put it out there and then make
pure degeneracy. And notice this, Angel. I mean, to cut you off, but nobody from your side did that to them. There was never nothing made about. I remember you coming in the chat, and I think I was making fun of Mommy Aleto's voice one time, and you came in, and she's like, "She's a very nice lady." You never stooped to that level and attacked their family. Or none of your supporters or our supporters ever attacked their family members ever.
I can't believe you remember that. That's true. I did because.
Yeah.
Because she, listen, I'm not going to lie. She was a nice woman.
And that's the difference between you and them. Exactly. And the truth doesn't matter to these lying informants. They want to smear, attack, and attack innocent mothers and stuff. It's disgusting.
No, and I forgot all about that. Wow, you just reminded me.
Yeah, I remember that.
Wow, yeah, that's right.
And I wasn't saying nothing bad, but I was just made fun of his voice and made a funny voice. But still, I'm glad you did, because I shouldn't have done that. I'm glad you did say that in the chat. So here's A-Light trashing your whole family, and you're sticking up for his mother. That shows the character on the two sides right here. Shows a lot.
Exactly.
He should really be ashamed. All of them, from him, Panisi, to all of them, they all should be ashamed of themselves.
Yeah, and he's another one. I've called out Panisi on his lies. I've caught him in 4, just about my family.
Well, didn't he say that your brother pulled a gun on him outside of like a lifting weights place or something? And that's total bullcrap, because number one, he ran to the feds. He never told that story. It's ridiculous.
Exactly.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly. And another story where he said that my sister and my brother's friend, a dear friend of ours, went to the movies alone. Like, you piece of garbage. That never happened. My sister was married. There was 4 of us. All 4 of us went to the movies. He's just, listen, I can't stand him.
Wait, what did he say? He said that your sister went to the movies with somebody?
Yeah, they went to the movies with a dear family friend alone, like the 2 of them
trying to insinuate or relate or something.
I don't know what he was trying to insinuate, but he's disgusting, because that never happened. There was 4 of us that went to the movies.
And he's just a liar. Your sister's a married woman who is a grandmother and a mother with class, and
exactly
just like A-Light's repulsive lies in that book. When I first read that book, I knew that was bull crap all day long. Number one, I knew that. Because I come from an Italian family too. There's no way your dad would have let some boy sleep in the house, and there's no way your sister was married at that time and engaged and in love with that guy. Why would it just made no sense?
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't believe it. I thought it was disgusting.
Exactly.
And I said, "Wow, this guy is a real top tier creep."
No, exactly.
Yeah, rats are legends in their own mind. You're exactly right.
Yeah, exactly.
And they still try to live out their would-be mafia lives and fantasies on the internet. Like, come on, selling baseball bats and butcher knives, and how did he try to cover for that? Oh, well, I know a chef. It's like, no, Gene's name was signed on the butcher knife. Your names are signed on the bats. It's because you guys act like you beat people with bats and stab people and all that stuff, and bragging about it.
No, exactly.
Well, glorifying it, I should say.
No, exactly. So,
did you see the video that I played with Aleto about 3-4 days ago?
Remind me.
The one where he was on there, and he was had the Albanian shirt and all that. He's just
yeah.
And it was all about the Gravano, like you said. He went on the kick with your family for 8 years, and now he's on the revenge kick with Sammy, because Sammy told the truth about, hey, the guy gave me $3,000. He wanted me to say something nice about him, so I did. I said he was a perfect gangster. And he just loves going around with that recording and just playing that. Like, it's like, no, man, everybody knows you're a liar. Your Patreon speak for it. Your streaming speak. You can't even. LA cannot. A Leto, a liar, a rat, a bad dad cannot do a live stream right now. You know why? Because the whole stream will be in there calling him out.
Yeah, exactly.
He's the carny freak now.
Exactly.
Just ridiculous.
First of all, Bob, I never claimed like that my father was a saint. You notice you never see me like out there like my father was framed. No, I never do that. Okay, I never do that. I know what went on with my brother. I know 100% what went on with my brother because I sat there through all his trials. So I know what went on with him. And just for that, Bob, I'm going to give you something.
I know what's coming.
I'm going to give you, let's see.
You punk, you weasel.
Yes, because they come in and say things like that. She never said her father was a saint, but but what? She can't defend her dad when these people are attacking her family and making up lies. She can't come on here and defend herself. That's what the whole We Push thing was about: is giving pushback to these people who are lying and attacking people's families.
Exactly.
I don't need you for a friend. Get the hell out of here.
Was that from French Prince? French Prince?
I think so. I don't know. Thank you to Jerry once again. Jerry, you are the best.
Yeah, he's talented. Octavia says, MRE, why are you so angry? Because these people hurt people's families. They've hurt my family also. They've hurt a lot of families. These lying rats take people away. And we're not saying our family members were saints or nothing like that. But these people, these lying informants are put them away. We have every right to call them out and to be angry about it. Or angry. Yes, I am angry when I see these guys sexually attacking people and making up lies. And it's disgusting. It does make me angry.
Exactly. Wait, I wanna show everybody something. Thanks to Jerry. I don't know if you mind. You want to stay on? You have somewhere to go?
No, it's up to you. Whatever you want. If you want me to leave or mute me.
I never want you to leave.
Oh, you could just mute me. I won't say nothing.
No, I never want you to leave. Wait, I just want to show this story. This everybody keeps asking me about this, so I'm going to show you. When you want to know what kind of a person I am or what kind of a sister I am, I'm going to show you this. And then I'm going to show you what kind of a grandmother I am. But hold on.
It's 4:45 in the morning, and they come pop my cell door open and say, Gotti, shower for court. Today's a federal holiday. All the courts are closed. Everything's closed today. No. He says, look, if we put you on the phone with your attorney, will you believe you have court today? I said, yeah. These hacks came to my cell. They're telling me I got court today. How's this possible? Yeah, the judge wants to get you out of the way quickly before Thanksgiving. They're deliberating today. It's 11/11. It's the first day of deliberations. I'm the only person in the whole courthouse. The marshals come to me and they said, look, Mr. Gotti, everything's closed here, but we have to feed you. So normally they'll get me a sandwich, bologna and cheese sandwiches from the cafeteria. If you could eat anything you want, what would you have right now? Aside from a lobster raviade. I said, but a sandwich-wise? He says, yeah. I says, okay. I'd like to have a fried veal cutlet sandwich on semolina bread, fresh olive oil drizzled on the top. He went upstairs and told my sister Angel, if you can get to Mulberry Street and back in 35 minutes, we can get John a veal cutlet sandwich. She's overweight. She sprinted to get it for me, and she sprinted back with that thing. So I get up, I go by the bars, and he slides it through the bars. It's a fucking sandwich like this big. It's heavy, you can curl it. I open the tin foil up, and I saw this sandwich. I don't know if I wanted to cry, I just rub it all over my body. I saw that sandwich, and I ate half,
And I said, I'm going to wrap half for later on. But wait, they don't put me in the same bullpen, and I lose that sandwich. No, I got to eat the whole fucking thing. Fuck
Kill it.
I killed that whole fucking sandwich. And I see inside the shoe stamped is 11/11. I'm the first inmate ever to have a jury deliberate on a federal holiday, and I got my veal cutlet sandwich. This is a significant day. And I tie my shoes. Well, the rest is history. 3 weeks later, we're home.
I think there's a more sincere, better guy in this fucking world than me.
Wow. That's fire. Wow.
And I can't believe what I read in my head.
That was it right there. Wow.
They're gonna run it back though.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. Just Bob's got lugs. We'll take whatever we get and I would put it.
That made me hungry. Him describing that sandwich made me hungry. He said she sprinted all every street. I can picture Home Alone when he's running, like try to get to the area. I can picture Angel just flying. He said the sandwich was so big you could curl it.
Yeah, exactly. And let me tell you something. When they came back and told, like, I started crying because I was so happy he was going to get to eat something, like something that he truly wanted, because he was in there. He went through diesel therapy, went through hell. And then he was finally going to get to eat something that he really wanted. And I started crying. Like, I was so happy that for him.
No, it's something that you know your brother's going through hell, and you can bring some happiness to him for a moment, something to him, and that sounded great. That made me hungry when he described that.
And I never ran so fast in my whole life.
How did you get there, and how far was it?
I don't know. I don't remember. 5 blocks, whatever it was. That wasn't the point. I got there fast. I ran with my friend Olivia. We ran. But it was the point of how fast could they make it?
Oh, and how fast did it take for them to make? 4 or 5 minutes, maybe?
I don't remember. I just remember telling them, I'll pay you extra if you make it real fast. I'll pay you extra.
And it was a veal cutlet with the olive oil and stuff?
Yeah, and that thing cost me $48.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Now, did you throw extra, or what would it be?
Yeah, we told them, make it really nice, please. And I forgot which restaurant we went to in Mulberry Street. I don't even remember. I couldn't even tell you. She would probably remember. But yeah, and so we got him that. But did you hear my father's voice? Because that is I don't know, what do you call him? A rapper? Berna. His name is Berna. He did the Gotti album. He did a whole album. And it was
nice.
Gotti. Yeah, and he had my father's voice playing on it.
Oh, okay. So that's what they were listening to, basically.
Yes. They were going through some audio of my dad, and they put it on the album Gotti. So when you listen to it, you'll hear my father speaking throughout certain songs. And last I checked, it hit number 3 on the billboards.
Wow.
Yes.
You won't see anybody singing about Schmiegel, will you? You'll never hear him in a song, kindly, ever.
I don't think so.
No, you will never.
And now I want to show you something that I think you will appreciate, MRE. I would like you to make sure you listen to what my son is saying.
Okay.
This is the kind of grandma that I am.
Circular saw. The venomous cobra was sold out.
Oh my God.
Let's put this away.
Freaking Petra
Let's put this way before this turns into bloody Christmas.
Turns into a bloody Christmas. Your voice had me laughing, but those little kids are cute. What was that little Batman things that fly in the air?
Yeah, one was Batman, one was
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. And who the hell thought that they were dangerous? And he's going, let's open up Grandma's other gift, a sawzall. The venomous snakes are pulled out.
Those kids actually, you can tell they love that stuff. Even it went, oh my God, those were going fast too.
Yeah, I didn't know that when I bought it for them. I had no idea, but those are definitely toys you cannot play with in the house. Because it chipped one of my moldings.
Oh, yeah, son was funny. I thought this is a bloody Christmas. Grandma comes with the best toys. They must have went high in the air too. Like they were pretty powerful.
Yeah, very, very. I mean, I laughed so hard because the way my grandson was screaming.
Oh, they were excited.
Yeah, and then what my son was saying. I forgot was the first one. What did he say before the Sawzall? I forgot.
Bloody Christmas?
No, before that, when he said, let's open up Grandma's other gift. I forgot what he said.
I was laughing too hard.
Me too.
Oh, that was funny. Yeah, they look pretty cool. I bet you those are probably for outside, and they go pretty high in the air. They were fast, too. Oh, my God. Those things were pretty quick. And even the dog got scared.
Yeah, my daughter's dog was terrified.
What kind of dog was that?
That's she rescued her. She is a Chihuahua with something else. We don't know what the other part of her is. But listen, she's terrified when the kids come over to begin with. So when they start playing with their toys, my dogs, oh my God, my dogs go crazy.
Now, did they get to play with them outside after that, or?
Well, not here because I think it was really cold, and I think it was raining that day. I don't remember.
They probably did when your son went home. He probably took them out and played with them.
What happened was I couldn't see them on Christmas because remember I had COVID. So I couldn't see them for a few weeks, like 3 weeks after Christmas.
Oh, so that's when you gave them the stuff.
Yes, because I couldn't go in contact with any of them.
Oh, bye, Ma Bratz one. He's got to leave. And check out his Instagram.
Yes, and thank you. So
they were very excited with them toys. You could tell that.
Yeah, so that's Grandma.
Grandma buys some crazy toys. he loved it though. That thing whacked the ceiling and went up.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it chipped the molding.
Wow. So they probably go, what, 30 feet in the air, 40 feet?
Oh, that thing was powerful, yeah. And we had no idea. We didn't, you know what it is? It was charged. We charged it a little bit. We had to put it together. And then we just handed it to them. Like, here. Not knowing how dangerous it was.
Yeah, I could have took someone's ear off.
Yeah, you're not kidding. And I want to show something else. Where is it? This is what my son does. I stole this from him, actually. But this is what my son does as on the side. Like, you know, he works, he's an electrician, but this is what he does.
Computer tech?
Yeah, I want to show everybody. He builds computers, gaming computers. And look, this is his. And I'll show.
Time for a change. Let's swap the fluid.
How's that?
That looked like Gatorade. I know it's not Gatorade, but it looks like Gatorade going in there. That's pretty high tech. I don't know much about gaming computers, but how does it? What does he builds the whole thing like that?
The whole thing. The whole
Wow.
thing. Yeah.
Smart kid. And what is that liquid that's in there?
Yeah, you can change it to whatever color you want. And so like I wish I had the video where it showed the whole computer thing. You know, him and my grandson do like a father-son streaming thing also. I think I forgot which one that
Aren't
is.
they on Twitch or something?
Yes, they're on Twitch.
That's pretty cool. Like he put the computers together and films how he does it and the process and the whole nine.
Yeah.
How did he learn how to do all that? He take classes or just self?
I'm telling you, he since a child, he used to put everything together for me. I didn't know how to do anything. He used to put the VC, hook up the VCR, hook up all his games, you know, like when I didn't know how to do any of that. He used to do it like 4 and 5 years old.
Wow. And these younger kids are now even better. Like I guarantee his son is probably better than him he was at that age at this stuff. Because these kids literally they're like sponges. Their minds are sponges. So he sits there all day building these things with his dad. He picks up everything.
Yeah. Yeah. So I just wanted to show those.
Those are pretty cool because in the dock, does that stay on? Does that always glow or does he have to shut it off?
Oh, you know, I never asked him. I don't know. I should have asked him. Does that stay on or does it go off? I don't know.
And I wonder how, like, if he has to change the fluid every so many months.
I think I don't know, but I know he changes it. You know, and it's you know, he changes it because you can make it, and then plus there's lights in there too, so you could change it to red, blue, white, whatever color you want. You could change it to.
Could you put the Italian colors in there?
Yeah, you could put anything. Well, I think, yeah, you could put anything. But I'm going to I'm going to have to bother Jerry again now because I want to show like the whole setup, what he did. You know, like how talented he is. He really is talented.
What does the video go from like the beginning where he's got the pots and then like it speeds up a little. He shows how much fire he got through it, and then until it's done, sort of.
No, not that video. That's a TikTok. That's his TikTok. He's showing people on TikTok like how to change the fluid.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, that's just changing the fluid.
But his streams on his Twitch, though, he must have videos on there where he shows from start to finish, maybe tutorials of. Show people how to do it, this or that. But yeah, those are pretty cool. I never had one of those computers. I think they're pretty cool because they light up and stuff too. I like for office.
That's why I was laughing.
He couldn't even be a dog catcher, put it that way.
Yeah. So I wanted to show those videos, and I'm happy you were here with me to show them. I'm so happy you came on. I never even thought you were gonna come on.
Oh, when you said if anybody wanted to pop on, I'm always game to jump on.
I know. I love having you on. I really do, and I mean that with all sincerity. I love having you on.
Oh yeah, I enjoy. Like I said, the funnest streams I've ever been on was our streams that we do over here, and the time with Tanya and Paps talking about Gigi Gorgeous. That was one of I couldn't stop laughing during that stream. Yeah. Oh my God.
Yes, that was funny. Yes. I thanked Minnie the Moocher. Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to make sure. I wrote down like little notes, and I wanted to make sure that I thanked Minnie.
You know what? I wanted to run by you. Maybe one day this week or something. I'm gonna maybe do some sort of like I don't know, like a game where maybe guess that movie or guess that actor or something like that.
I have to tell you now. I'm gonna tell you the truth, right? Before you came on that night, the other night, I was discussing that with Jerry. It was Jerry's idea. Listen, Angel, since you and MRE do this, this movie night, which he really likes. He likes it a lot. And so do all my friends. They love that. So he said, why don't you do like you two do exactly what you said? Like to have like the game, guess this and guess that.
Great minds think alike.
Yes, exactly. And I said, I love that. And then that night you said it. I said, oh, wow, this is something.
Yeah, I'm gonna one day this week I'll think of either name that film or name that actor, and I'll put together some questions, and I'll come on and we'll play the game.
Yes, and also don't forget we still have to do Lawless.
Yeah, now Lawless is where can I find?
Yeah,
it's on YouTube, right?
I don't know if it's on YouTube. No, it's a movie.
Well, I can find it.
Yeah, I'll find it because that was what JTP suggested, and
yes,
in the chat, someone else in the chat said that Lawless was a really great movie.
Yeah, I remember us talking about that now. Yes, Lawless. Yeah, I wrote it down right here. Lawless.
Yeah.
So hopefully within the next few days, I'll watch that movie.
Yeah, let me know when. It's not a problem. Anytime you want.
Yeah, within the next few days, I'll definitely watch it.
All right, very good.
Who's in it now? Because you've never seen it neither.
No, Tom Hardy.
That sounds so familiar, Tom Hardy.
Yeah, he's a good actor. Isn't Tom Hardy the one who played the Cray twins?
I never watched the Craze movie. I never watched it. But I can't picture Tom Hardy. I can't put a face to it.
Yeah. Oh, he's a good actor. I like Tom Hardy a lot.
Tom Hardy. Yeah, combat medic, 2 sword giveaways. If you want, I'll send you a Viking sword. For your service to the country, if you want, I'll send you a Viking sword, dude. Put it that way.
Do sword giveaways. Oh, yeah, because you have those swords. And very nice to see you, U.S. Army combat medic. You have those sword videos.
Well, they're just they're just videos of me explaining like hand and a half swords, which is a bastard sword, hand and a half sword, other long swords, rapiers, one-handed swords. I have shields and armor, all that stuff. I'm like a nerd with all that stuff. I like doing HEMA, historical European martial arts, and stuff like that.
Yes, I know.
It's just fun. A hobby.
Look at Marla. Marla is the best. Here's the article you were talking about, Angel. World News, FBI says it can't pay informants as U.S. government shutdown continues. That's right. It was during the government shutdown.
Imagine that.
Could you imagine? We can't open the paper. I mean, we can't open the link on here, right?
I don't know if if you click on it, if she put the article as a link in the chat, you can click on it and share the page. You click on it, it'll bring you up to another a tab. Will bring up another tab, and you could share that tab.
I'm afraid I'll lose all of this.
But it's amazing now. During the government shutdown, they're worried
That's
about.
What they were worried about. I'm sorry. I thought it was during the pandemic. It was it could have been at the same time, right? Or it was the government shutdown. That's what they were worried about. People were out of work and couldn't, losing paychecks, but they were worried about the FBI informants.
Yeah, they're worried about getting them new teeth and cashmere sweaters.
Exactly.
And some of these are not all FBI agents, but some of these agents, like remember that Conley guy with Whitey Bulger? Some of these guys are pocketing that money or something. There's got to be there's so much corruption that goes on. I'm not saying all of them, but there's got to be corruption that goes on with them 100%. And they know what these guys are lying. They know because when they get them in there, they brief them on all the other stuff that they hear from other informants.
Exactly.
Imagine a cashmere sweater. Imagine an informant calling up and trying to Hey, FBI handler, I need a cashmere sweater or I can't do this.
That's what made me so crazy. I'm like, a cashmere sweater? Is this a joke?
I wonder what the reason he said he needed it for. I can't go on stand without a cashmere sweater. It brings out the truth in me. Like, what?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Angela, amen. Those bums should have taken that my direct picture.
Yeah, exactly.
What's up, Tommy? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's amazing. A cashmere sweater.
Yeah.
And what did that? And when Morano said how much money over the last few years, what, $2 billion?
No, what'd you say? $500 million.
All right, $500 million over 2 years. That's insane.
Was it over 2 years? No.
Or maybe 4.
No.
I forget what he said. I'm a little lost.
I'm confused. It was the FBI allowed informants to break the law 22,800 times in 4 years.
Okay, that's it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and then the other thing, I wrote that down too, and now I can't find it.
Oh, and they were even talking about how they would send these informants in there to try to rouse up and even like entrap these guys. They're like, hey, you want to do this illegal crime? The guy's like, nah, I don't want to do that. And he's just like totally trying to ram it down his throat. Oh, you got to do it. You got to do it.
Yeah, exactly. It was, oh, you were right. In 2014, they said it was $500 million in 1 year.
Wow.
Holy, right?
$500 million. That's a lot of money. What are they doing with this money? Oh my God. How much money do they need? It's just amazing with these people. Amazing. They should really go over their whole little witness protection thing and all. They got to redo that whole thing from top to bottom.
Yeah. I remember sitting there and during the trials, and each time, that always comes up. What is the government, giving you? And I don't want to say names right now because, I don't even want to do that. One said $5,000 a month.
Wow.
And he says, because he can't work.
Why can't he work? He's got a fake name, the whole nine. Why can't he work at a store?
Because how does he explain to his employer that he has to leave to go and testify? I think he testified 47 times.
Well, I'm sure that the government could call up and say, hey, listen, he's doing something for us and he'd have no problem with it. So they just want money. It's all about money with them.
That's what, exactly.
It's all about money.
Yes, exactly.
So they get cashmere sweaters, get their teeth fixed, get over $500 million.
Could you imagine a cashmere sweater? I was so mad. I couldn't go back to sleep. And then I debated, should I make a cup of coffee right now and just stay up? Or should I just try and go lay down? And I was like, I can't believe this. I couldn't fall asleep.
Well, I'm glad you played that JTP on Morano's show. I'm glad you played that.
Yeah, and it's funny because I asked Frank. It was like 4:00 in the morning when it was over, and I asked Frank. I forgot what I said to him. Do you mind if I don't remember how I asked him. Or Frank, I love this, and he said, feel free to share. I says, I'm going to put it on my YouTube channel. Sure, he said, share everywhere. I said,
that was cool of him.
Yes. And I said, thank you.
Yeah, because people need to hear that stuff and they need to see that stuff.
Yeah, exactly. They do. They do.
And maybe one day in the future, who knows how many years it's going to take, maybe they'll redo this whole program and the way they go about things.
Oh,
and
right.
maybe these lying informants, these rats will not have these sweetheart deals and all this stuff. That's why it's important to bring it to the forefront, because nothing gets changed if you don't make a fuss about it.
Yes. Angela was with us from day one, so she knows.
Didn't they harass her too?
Yes. Yes, they did. They were trying to find out who she was. She had to make everything private. She couldn't even put her last name back on her Instagram and her Facebook. She had to change everything.
See, nice government. You let your nice FBI. You let your informants come on, get released and harass innocent women and innocent people on social media. Nice.
Yes, and they they accused. First, they said Angela was me. I had a fake account, so I used to use Angel and Angela. So, and then I guess they realized that she wasn't me. So they were trying so hard to find out who she was. All she was doing was backing me up that they were liars.
And that's why they wanted to find her, bully her into silence by saying, we know who your family is. We'll make fun of this one and that one. You know, they tried to bully her. What's up, Joy? R.I.P. Alan Kaiser. Check out the Justice for Alan Kaiser on Facebook.
Hello, my Joy. And I just want to say that Joy is feeling so much better. And I am so happy for her. She does not have cancer, thank God. And she is fine.
Oh, thank God. I'm happy for you, Joy.
Yeah, exactly. Thank God.
But it just shows you about these people that imagine that somebody who's just supporting and backing her up, they wanted to know who she was to torture her. So they don't fear their handlers getting a hold of them and saying, "Hey, why are you torturing these women or these people on social media?" They don't care nothing about that.
No,
it's a shame.
They don't. And you know what? It's been in the papers, so they can't say that they didn't know. Why didn't you put an end to it? You know, why didn't you put an end to it?
Their handlers or their former handlers, however it goes, should call them up and be like, "What are you doing?"
Exactly.
You can't. It's just amazing. And they had
my brother doing it. See if it was one of my brothers doing that.
Oh, right. Oh, imagine one of your brothers, a JTP, doing that. How quick would they be locked up and all kinds of crazy stuff, charges of harassment, you name it.
Exactly.
It's really not fair.
Let's see. U.S. Army combat medic informants will do anything to stay out of prison, no matter who gets in the way, no matter who they hurt. Heartless. Yeah. You know, it's
Angel says no, their handlers encouraged it. Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah.
Well, you know what they want? They want your brother to freak out, or one of your brothers to freak out, be like, "Leave my sister alone, I'll punch you in the nose." And then as soon as they say I'll punch you in the nose, boom, you got sirens at your house.
Yes. And
same thing with other informants wanting Justice Tech pros to react in a way and make threats. So it's what they do.
Well, that's what happened. Back then, you know, I never told my brother anything, ever, never. I never told him a thing. I didn't tell him anything that was going on with Instagram, with Twitter, with Facebook. I never said a damn word to him. And then all of a sudden, the Post calls him. A reporter from the New York Post calls Charlie, his attorney, and wants to, wants to know what my brother thinks about this A-Light, calling them and complaining and telling them the Gottis are cyberbullying me.
Oh my God.
And my brother's like, Angel, what's going on?
Well, I understand why you didn't tell him. You don't want your brothers to be like, "Hey, shut up and get in trouble or get into the mix of anything like that." You don't want them to get, because one of them might lose their cool and say, hey, jerk, stop this, or I pop you in your head with a punch, or something like that. God forbid they were angry. Someone's bothering your sister. You might say something like that, and then they would have the National Guard at their house. It's ridiculous.
Exactly. So I was smarter than that. I wasn't going to tell him anything. And then you know what? He turned out to be smarter than all of us, because once that happened, he said, "You think I'm going to acknowledge this piece of garbage? I'm not acknowledging this lowlife."
No, he's smart. Even when Aletto tried to get him in the boxing match, he laughed at that.
Yeah, exactly.
Why would he help him in any way make money or anything like that?
No, he would never. Not 5 cents. Not 5 cents.
I don't blame him. I wouldn't either if I was him. Help them with nothing. Like, he really thought he was going to go your brother into a a boxing match and your nephew too, and goad him into a boxing match. It was ridiculous. He was so desperate. But then the thing with Schmiegel, Sammy happened, and now it's all the hatreds towards him.
Yeah, exactly. What's this, Angela? Gravano would say, I was the perfect gangster if I gave him money. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, good night, Teresa. Yeah. Oh my God. They are. Well, they think they're untouchable because they have handlers, and they're WITSEC 8. They're WITSEC people. They were in WITSEC. That's why. When's the WITSEC coming out?
Yeah, we were talking about it the other night, the other day when I saw my brother, but I'm going to wait until I tell everybody about that.
Gotcha.
But oh no, it's definitely coming out. That'll be a very big announcement.
Yeah, I can't. Now, where you said it's going to be streamed on, you don't know where it's going to be streamed.
That's going to be on TV. It's going to be on TV.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
do you think eventually it will be put on YouTube by something where we could stream it?
I don't know.
Eventually it might be.
Yeah, it's going to be on TV. So it depends on, if when they allow you to share that stuff. I don't know.
Look at what Joy put. Can you imagine the FBI ringing your doorbell at 2 a.m. and say, we know who killed your brother and there's nothing you can do because Gravano is no witness protection. Very sad. Yeah. R.I.P. Ellen Kaiser. So sorry for what your family's been through, Joy.
And that's what they did to her. Exactly. Miss Can't Be Wrong. Angel, I love that you show us videos and pictures of your family and share your stories with us and share ours with you. Aw, thank you, Miss Can't Be Wrong. The Ends said it the other night, I would love to know more about Angel by Angel or something similar to that. So I figured, let me show you some videos about what Angel's about.
Those videos are cool. I really like the video of you terrifying your sister in that in that ride. She's like, wait a minute, this thing goes up in the air.
Yeah, wait, I did have more Carnival, but I don't know if I put it on here.
That was funny.
Yeah, I did have more Carnival, but I didn't have time. I was getting nervous, and I didn't put it in here. I'll show that another night. But there are more Carnival videos. I had oh crap.
And you'll never see these informants ever put things up about their family doing stuff like that. Never.
Yeah, well,
these are not family-oriented people. These are selfish, self-centered, egotistical people. That's what they are.
Octavia said that, oh, Angel, you batshit crazy. Man,
They're buying the grandkids super high-powered propeller toys.
All I saw was Batman and Spider-Man. And so I just said, oh, yeah, let me get these.
Well, the kids did love it, but your son's like, oh, the house is going to get destroyed.
Yeah, so I'm sure they saved it for when the weather's going to get nice and then they can go outside.
Oh, they'll have a ball with that in the summertime, in the spring, without a doubt.
Yeah, but you have to be careful if it goes down in somebody's yard over here.
Well, that too. Yeah, well, I'm sure they'd have to take them to maybe a park or something.
Yeah,
because they go pretty high, and you're right. If they go in somebody's pool or some neighborhood dog falls in the yard and the dog rips Spider-Man to shreds.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, wow. You see how far back in the comments I am? Angela was talking about Burner. I'm so far behind.
I can see the beginning of them.
You what?
I can see I'm not behind. I can see them coming in.
Oh, you can. Okay. I can't.
Like Tommy Stig says, I understood your pop's passion for the hate of these rats. 5.6 Media, CIA guy saying I doxed myself on YouTube.
Oh, who did? He did? Oh, yes, he did, Mr. Smith. Oh, wow. This is how far behind I am.
Oh, yeah, he left. He's got a great Instagram.
Yeah, he left like 2 hours ago.
5.6 media says, I can't wait to get back outside with the snakes and the bears out here because warm weather and danger.
I don't know what this is. Angel, have you heard The King of New York? Yes, I did. Oh, I wonder if they would let me put that song on here. Yes, I did. It was The King of New York by Fun Loving Criminals. We would work out to it in Bosnia. Wow, 1997. I was
Oh,
in
wow.
the army. Wow. They are a song that they made a song about my father. It's called The King of New York.
Oh, interesting.
Yes. Yes, it really was. It was interesting. I'm going to look that up. I forgot all about that song.
Octavia says, MRE is sharp. I appreciate that. Well, thank you, Octavia.
Yes.
But I'm really not that sharp. I'm very dull.
High 556 Media. Let me see how far behind. Well, no one's really asking anything.
Oh, I don't see any questions. Just Prince of Dragonflies says, hi, Octavia. Let's see. MRE, there are no good ones. I agree with you, the truths. Claudio, he's a good guy, Claudio. He's always sharing
Claudio is the best. I'm so happy. Claudio had messaged me on one of my shows and said, Angel, I'm really sorry. I can't take this. This is all too toxic for me. The drama. I don't want to be a part of this anymore. Please, understand that. And I felt so bad. Like he wasn't going to be in the chat anymore. He wasn't going to be in anybody's chat anymore. That it was too toxic. And that's when, like I did that show about toxic. And then I asked him, please, Claudio, we miss you. Come back. And he did. And I'm so happy he came back.
Well, some people get sick of it, and people want to like hear people talk about, other things, the drama stuff gets old real quick. It really does.
Yeah, no, I said, I don't want to be a part of it. I don't want it. I don't want to be a part of it. And yes, for some reason, my name still gets brought up. I don't understand. I don't want to be a part of it.
Yeah, well, some people just, they can't stop. Yeah. I don't know. They get on a roll with it, and who knows?
What's this? He played the craze. Yes. So all the way back 2 hours ago when I said about what's his name again?
Hardy.
Tom Hardy. Yes. So that's how far back I am. I'm going to go down really fast because I feel bad.
Well, you got 87 people in here with 103 likes, so that's really good.
Yeah, well,
a few people went to bed. A couple of people said that.
Yeah, the UK people, it's really late for them, so they go to bed.
Yeah, a few of them said that good night and stuff, and I think Gina or someone in the chat said, I've seen few people say good night. Ma Bratz one said good night.
Yeah, the UK people.
But that's when you got 91 people watch, 106 likes, that's really good,
Thank you.
And Octavia saying good night. Rat Trap, some people unfortunately use their names as currency.
Where are you? You're all the way down, right?
Yeah. Stimulus check. Yeah, cut the funding. Yeah, that's a good point, Marla.
You're going to bed too early. I like him. I get a big kick out of him. Where's Ray tonight?
I don't know. I haven't seen him.
Yeah, I didn't see Raymundi tonight. Raymundi is the funniest one on here besides you.
She go. Octavia says, MRE, we have a love-hate relationship. Tell me why. I wreck your head. Jen 301, one of my favorite people, says, I got a Red Bull.
Wait, what?
Raymundi pops in and says, greeting, Angel.
Where?
He's at the bottom.
He's at the bottom. Raymundi, where were you?
Well, Rat Trap City says he was here earlier. We must have missed him.
Oh, we must have missed him. Okay. All right. Let me see what. Hello. Thank you, Joy. Great show, Angel and MRE. Wait. 556 Media. MRE is very well informed and educated. It took me 2 times to graduate college. It took me a lifetime to learn the streets. I'm still learning. MRE is good. Good. Yes, he is 556.
Frempeck has a question. Angel, what was your father, Mr. Gotti, like at home?
He was like any other normal father. He watched TV. He ate.
What was his TV shows?
When he was home, he watched sports. Everything was sports.
All right. If he didn't watch sports, what TV show do you remember him watching? If you liked,
no, him and my mom would watch movies.
Okay, can you name a movie or two?
We had a Betamax then, and then we had what would he watch? Like whatever, I'm trying to think at that time, what would he have watched? We had all kinds of movies, so he would have watched.
So would you have a big VHS collection?
Yeah, yes.
All right, gotcha.
A Betamax collection, yes. So whatever he brought home, like the movies at that time, I remember Heaven Can Wait.
Oh, that's a good one. Heaven Can Wait. That's a good one.
Heaven Can Wait, the Rocky movie, all different movies. I remember they brought home The End with Dom DeLuise, and they got a kick out of that, and Burt Reynolds.
I never seen that one.
The End?
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
And then another movie, Dom DeLuise, Fatso.
Oh, I remember that. That was funny.
Yeah, you remember that? So whatever, they used to watch, but I remember what he watched when he was in prison, that he would only watch comedies. When he was in lockdown at Marion, he would watch comedy shows. Like, I remember there was a show he liked, Becca he liked, the Friends and Seinfeld. He liked all of that.
Oh, all right, Friends.
He liked Everybody Loves Raymond. He got the biggest kick out of the Parents. He thought that Ray's parents were the funniest.
That was a good show. I liked Everyone Likes Raymond. The father, Peter, was it Peter Boyle?
Yes.
Yes, that was the father.
Yes.
Funny.
Yeah, so
funny guy.
Things. Those were the things that he would watch when he was in prison. I said this so many times. I would ask him, I would always tell him, because I used to love the show ER. And I would tell him, Dad, you got to watch it. And he's like, I don't want to watch that stuff. In here, you have to keep, you have to keep your spirits up and stuff. You have to watch, funny things, not like people dying and kids dying and, kids getting killed. He didn't want to watch that.
So he's more comedy stuff in there.
Yeah, in prison. And he would watch cooking shows, which I didn't understand. Like, why do you torture yourself like that? He
would watch the cooking shows?
Yeah, because he couldn't eat. So why are you watching that for?
Yeah, I would think that'd be a little torturous, but maybe it took his mind out, maybe he took his mind out of there, and he would dream that he was eating that stuff. Who knows? Maybe he had dreams of cannolis and manigot and stuff like that.
Yeah, he watched them. I was only here for a minute or so and then had a call. I came back on and Hughes were looking for me. What is it? He is funny. The other night I saw The Real Raymundi and I can't separate the two.
No, it's funny, ain't it?
Right? I can't separate the two now, because when I look at Raymundi, I think of this funny.
Yeah, that's what I think of every time I see him. I think of this guy. Whoever this Raymundi character is one funny dude.
Very,
very Jen. Jen's a very old sub. She's been watching my channel for a while, and she's a very sweet girl.
You have no idea. Yes, she is. I know Jen a very, very long time. Very long time. Her dad and her uncle used to babysit me.
Really?
Yes, I know her.
She was in my kindergarten class. That's how we know each other, from kindergarten. And she had her friend beat me up. A girl beat me up. Now, like, I told you the story how when a girl beat me up? A first grade girl beat me up in kindergarten last time, I think.
You didn't say it on here. I think you said it. Did you say it on here?
I think I was on here when I told the story.
Oh, okay. You sure?
Yeah. Well, I was. I think I made fun of her lunchbox in class or something to that notion. And I was running to my parents' car. My mother always reminds me of it, right? And I'm running. I'm going, "Hi, Mom and Dad." And then behind me comes this erratic first grader who jumps on me and pulling my hair and pounding my head in the grass. And it was this first grade girl who beat me up. Yeah, I was a kindergarten.
Did your dad make fun of you?
Yes, he did. Yes, he slapped the hell out of me. He was happy that I didn't hit her back, but he said that he still gave me a beating.
Oh, my God.
Angela said it was her. Oh, my God, Angela. I was getting to really form a bond with you on here.
556 said, you Europe people need to get on the Eastern Standard Time. Let me see.
Steve says, no, I was in kindergarten, Steve, not fifth grade. Yeah, he's trying to say I was in fifth grade. No, I never got beat up by a girl in fifth grade. It was kindergarten. She was a very big first grader in my defense. She was.
My first VCR had a wired remote control. That defines my age. I also remember when the microwave oven came around. Yeah.
I remember that. Listen, I remember the VCRs like that, pop out the top. We had them back then, too. I was a young little chap, but I remember.
Yeah, we didn't get a microwave for a long time. Everybody was a little worried about microwave.
Yes, with the radiation. Remember that?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we used to have the toaster ovens.
Yeah, exactly. The toaster ovens. Yeah.
Yes, I love the toaster ovens. And then we started getting the microwaves. Because I remember when we first got them, my mother was like, don't stand that close next to it. The radiation.
Yeah. It took, you know how many years it took my mother to get call waiting?
Oh, call waiting.
She wouldn't get call waiting because we had two phones in the house, my father's phone and her phone, and she felt that was fine. If it was an emergency, you'd call on my father's line, but we never wanted to call on his line.
Do you remember three-way calling?
Yes.
Well, know what I used to do? Me and my buddies both had three-way calling. I would get like three little pals, and we all had it, and we would call our teachers up at the same time. And we would let them talk. They would both answer. Be like, wait, you called me? No, you called me. It's like, no, you called me. What did you want? It used to be funny.
Oh, my God.
We used to love that stuff.
Oh, my God. Yeah. Perry, Angel, some old dude years back made a video on here claiming he was your father. Yeah, he wasn't. I said this already. He didn't even know who the warden was. Now, how would you not know who your warden was if you worked there? He's full of it.
Yeah, if you worked at someplace,
exactly.
You would know that. That's something that you would know 100%. Exactly. Well, a lot of people will come out and make lies up and stuff because it's a lot of people come out and make stupid lies up.
Yeah, he was doing a live, and I asked him who was the warden, and he didn't know. He's like, oh, I don't know. How could you not know who the warden was if you worked there?
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Your boss, you know who he is.
Exactly.
Bossy Nate says, my grandmother thought my grandmother never got a microwave. She thought it was ran by a nuclear power. Jen says, oh my God, Angel, I used to prank Anthony the hairdresser on three-way.
Oh, I remember him.
Jen's funny.
Anthony. Oh, wow. But How would you prank him?
Three-way calling. She would be on the phone with one of her friends, and then they would click over and call him. Lori Love says, just showed up late to the party. Good show, Angel. You and MRE have a good rhythm. Thumbs up, lady. Night, night. Well, bona notte, Lori. Have a good sleep.
Oh, good night, Lori. I know. I love when MRE. Who is Angel close with? Her brothers or sister? I'm close with all of them, to be honest. But I get a little more protective of my brothers.
Because they're a lot younger, you think, maybe?
No, I just get really you know what it is? I guess because I lost a brother.
Oh, gotcha.
You know what I mean? I don't know. I mean, I love them all the same, but I get like a little you can't say anything bad about my family members, but I'll really rip your head off if you say it about my brothers.
Well, that story you told where you used to tell your sister all these stories at night before I go to bed, that was hilarious.
Yeah. I mean, come on. My sister is my sister. That's like your other half.
Yeah, and you guys shared a queen bed. You grew up together like that.
Yeah, so. we shared the same queen size.
And you still
bed.
torture in a way. That was. I still laugh. The other night I was thinking about that too. Does this thing go in the ear? She was really nervous. She was about to get out. She believed you.
I think because she was worried about getting wet.
Well, no matter what it was, she believed you that it went up in the air.
Yeah.
She looked at the guy and goes, wait a minute, this goes up in the air.
Yeah. You want to know what I did? When I was younger, we had this girl who lived, we had a friend. She lived like 5 houses down when we lived in Canarsie. And I told her, you want to come in our pool? And she's like, oh, you have a pool? I said, yeah, it's a built-in pool. And she said, what? A built-in pool? I said, yeah, come in my built-in pool. And there's the pool. It's like up to our knee, right? It's like whatever that is, 1 foot, 2 foot pool.
Boy, it was one of them little kid pools?
Yeah, like a round pool that you fill up with water. Not those plastic ones, like a little vinyl one.
Oh, okay. Why did you say it was built in, though?
I told there was a built-in pool. So my sister's looking at me, and I go, come on. Her name was Donna. I'll never forget it. And I said,
Donna.
Yeah, come in my pool. Come in our pool. And then we get into the pool, and she's like, I don't think this is really a built-in pool. I go, yes, it really is. This is a built-in pool. You can't tell. It's underground. And she's like, oh, wow, this is so nice.
She probably went around telling everybody, no, those are built in.
I had her convinced it was a built-in pool.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, and we still talk about that. My sister and I crack up every time we think about that.
Kane Shea says, hashtag Beauty and the Beast.
Poor Anthony, Jen. Poor Anthony. I loved Anthony. I haven't seen him in a long time, but I loved him. Yes, Angel and MRE are hilarious.
That's Rhaegar Targaryen right there.
That's who?
Rhaegar Targaryen.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I hated him.
No, he wasn't in the show, Rhaegar.
No, isn't that the Jeffrey guy? The little weasel Jeffrey?
Who? No, Rhaegar from the Game of Thrones. He wasn't in the original Game of Thrones. He died like 20 years before that. He's the one who ran away with Ned Stark's sister, and the whole war started over that.
Oh, who was the king or whatever he was, the prince who?
Joffrey.
Joffrey. I hated him with a passion.
Oh, he was a creep. He was a creep.
Hated him.
Yeah, Joff was spawned of incest, and he was just an evil little creature. He really was. Heartless.
Yes. You know what? This is blowing my mind. Vicky and Ryan fan, I found The Other Side of Midnight. Oh no, I'm thinking of the movie.
Oh.
You just reminded me. I have to write that down because there's a movie from years and years ago, I think, called The Other Side of Midnight.
Really?
That was a great movie too.
What was it about? What's up, Chickie? What was it about?
Hi Chicky. It was oh my god, they were on a was it in Hawaii? I don't know. I don't remember. I just have to look it up and then I'll let you know. But I remember a great movie, The Other Side of Midnight. I just can't remember all about it. Somebody was killed, maybe? I don't know.
It sounds good because Angel's got good taste in movies. The
Yeah,
Joker
that was a really
and
good
Simon
movie.
Birch, the Joker and Simon Birch were really great. Captain Coronelli's mandolin was good too, but it was no Simon Birch or Joker.
Oh, I'll get really good movies for you.
Prince of Dragonfly says the House of the Dragon starts August 21st. Yes, I can't wait for the House of the Dragon. I hope it's good.
What is that?
It's a prequel to Game of Thrones. It's about a Targaryen civil war that started with the Targaryens. I can't wait for it to come out.
So this is before the Game of Thrones now?
Yes, it takes place 100 years before Game of Thrones.
Oh.
When they still had dragons and stuff like that. Because I've read the books. It's a book called The Rogue Prince and the Prince and the Queen. It's really good. Really good. I hope the show is good when it comes out, but I've read the books and stuff.
Oh, good.
Dance of Dragons, that's right. Dance of Dragons.
Yeah, you could read that one.
Well, the real Ramundi sees this. You owe me an envelope or 3 jag off. Without me, you got salute. Look at the picture. He's with Whitey Bulger. This guy's a character.
No, that's the Pope. That's not Whitey Bulger.
Oh, that's the Pope?
Yeah.
Why do I think it's Whitey? Oh, my God. Am I gone?
No, it looks like Ramundi with a Pope.
Yeah, it is the Pope. I don't know why
It
I thought it was Whitey Bulger. Yeah.
Is that a real Pope picture?
I don't know, or it might be. I'm not sure. But that's hilarious.
You could read that one too.
Oh my God, Game of Thrones. Don't you start with the dragon, bitch. Shit, my wife tried to make me watch that series and I threw up 4.5 times. Well, in the defense of Game of Thrones, the first 4 seasons were impeccable, and then they ran out of book material and it was junk after the first 4 seasons. First 4 seasons, impeccable. One of the greatest shows ever to hit TV. If it, first 4 seasons. After that, Dan and Dave destroyed it.
Oh, that's so funny. I don't know who he's talking about here.
Oh, family is degenerate. And so they're talking about the Joffrey and them. He's also talking about the Targaryens because they come from incest. See, the Targaryen, George R. R. Martin takes everything from real history. So he took the Ptolemaic kings, like Ptolemy the pharaohs, who would intermarry sister to brother to keep the bloodline strong, and Caligula wanted to do that also, and Caligula was going to move the capital of Rome to Alexandria and take on the Ptolemaic king's fashions. So that's what he means, the incest. Whitey Bulger.
He's making fun of you.
I know. I get. It's like, check, my eyes are not good sometimes, and my head's not always centered right. I clipped John Paul II after I clipped John Paul I. I was given an award. Salute.
Oh, he's so funny.
He's a character.
Oh my God, yes, he is. I would love to. No, I don't want to know who he is.
Marla said, "Who was Michael Blutrick and how was he connected to Eli's book?" Check out John Elite. Go right to JohnEliteFacts.com. All right, Michael Blutrick did time with him, and Blutrick was an alleged pedophile that the government gave him special things because he lied on people, and he wrote the first draft of his book. Blue Trick, and that was his cellmate. So what kind of man sells up with someone like that? That says a lot. But yeah, if you check out alightfacts.com, it's a treasure trove of a wealth of knowledge on Aletto.
Yeah, I don't know why everybody keeps saying alleged.
Well, sometimes you're going to say that. As a matter of fact, Casper Rosa told me to say that just in case they try to sue me or something.
Yeah, well, I doubt that would happen.
Yeah, me too. But I just try to, when I'm on other people's channels, I try to, try to be a little safe and stuff.
My husband had a very hard time watching Got with me.
Mm-hmm.
He said it was super violent, especially the scene with. Oh, I don't want to hear that part.
Game of Thrones.
Oh, that's who.
Yeah, Game of Thrones. Well, the dogs eat Ramsay because Ramsay's a creep. He doesn't feed them, and he hunts women with his dogs. He hunts women through the woods, and that was great when Ramsay got eaten by the dogs. But in the book, Ramsay's not dead yet, so that's all the show. In the books, that never happens, and that just doesn't happen in the book. Sansa never gets married off to Ramsay. It made no sense why they did that in the show. It was ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Yes. I listen, I watched the whole first season. I loved it. Then it took too long to come back on. So I got like a little
Yeah, people lose interest.
Yeah, and then but my daughter watched it all the way till the end. And then like I started, when my daughter's watching it, I could hear it at that time. We were in the same house, so I could hear the whole thing. I didn't have to watch it. I heard it. And she would binge it. So and then I think I watched the last season with her.
Oh, the last season was terrible, in my opinion. Yeah. Like I said, after season 4, when they ran out of book materials, the seasons just got worse, and just terrible. Like,
yeah. And
terrible.
People would still get so excited to watch it.
Yeah, I know. And I never even watched the last season. I was so distraught and heartbroken. I didn't even watch the last season. I agree, MRE, Game of Thrones at its best, maybe top shows of all time, right up there, but fell off. The first seasons were really close to the book. Yep, that's right. Correct.
Oh, so you read the book?
Yes, I read the books. There's still 2 more books coming out, Winds of Winter and Dream of Spring.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but he takes so long to do it, George R. R. Martin. He takes very long to do it. Yeah, Dreads of Dragonflies knows what's up. Yeah. I don't tell him I want him to go, oh, okay, sorry, Marla. Leave it to me to spoil things.
You could just go to johnnylifefacts.com. Angel, you call me Mr. Smith, which is fine, but I want to clarify that MRE has never been.
Well, thank you for not calling me Mrs. Smith. Can I be in-law Smith? I'll be her brother or something.
No, because every time he puts up a video, I comment, very interesting, Mr. Smith.
Oh, man.
Because he was a CIA spy.
Yes, for many years. He also freelanced out and did other things with MI5, MI6.
Yeah.
Still reading the chat. What's real? MTR. Mob Talk Radio's live right now. MTR is live too.
I don't know.
No, close to my ears. Octavia says no, close my ears.
I don't know.
Can I be Nephew Smith? Maddie Soprano? Yes, you can be Nephew Smith.
What's this? It's been 11 years since ADWD.
Oh, ADWD. What is that? Wait for the Winds of Winter? The Winds of Winter hasn't came out yet.
I don't know what that is. I will ask Angel permission first to send Viking link.
I don't know. Maybe she likes Vikings.
Yeah, I don't know. But Maddie, I can be Nephew Smith. What's this?
Probably being my age, I still think I'm young.
Yeah, sometimes I do too, and then sometimes I say, "Oh man, you're old lady."
Well, you're still young. I'm 79, so
No, I think you're younger than me.
I'm 24. No, I'm like
Yeah, I think you're younger than me.
I'm in
I
my
think,
late 40s, early 60s.
what are you?
Late 40s, early 60s.
Yeah, okay. No, I think that you are probably in your 40s.
I could be. I could be.
But we don't want to know. Like, I don't want to know. I don't want to know your name. I don't want to know where you live. I don't want to know what you look like or how old you are. I don't want
Okay,
to
my
know.
name's Edward Haskell.
Yeah, I was watching
From
them
Queens.
today.
Yeah, I know. You watch Leave It to Beaver every day. It's like
Oh,
your
Angela
thing.
thinks you're in your 30s.
Really?
The only reason,
Well, I was.
yeah,
a
but
ye-
go ahead.
a
I'm
year-
sorry. I keep interrupting you. I'm sorry.
I was 30. I was in my 30s a year ago.
No, the only reason why I think you're in your 40s is because of all the shows that I mentioned you watched.
Well, I also spent a lot of time with older family members and older guys where I used to watch all them shows. Yeah, mind-wise, yes. Mentally, I am a 3-year-old. I'm that little toddler Angel pulls up in the video.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Wait, where is that? I haven't seen that in a long time.
That one's the best.
Yeah. Wait, let me get the comment off. Where are we? I haven't seen him in a long time. Thank God I didn't have to use him. Whoop.
That little kid is that's a toddler, correct?
Yes, that's
That
a toddler.
That little toddler's so cute, man.
Yes, that is a.
I wonder why he turned around like that. He runs up. He must have seen something that made him run back to his room.
Yeah, exactly. He saw Raymundi.
He says, "Am I really still in?" Is that Fresh Prince getting thrown out of that door? I think that is.
I don't know. I have no idea. Jerry made that for me.
When you get a chance, ask him. I bet you that is Fresh
Yeah,
Prince getting thrown out the door.
I will. Mr. Smith says, I'm 51 and still vibrant. Is vibrant an actual word?
Yes. It's been put in the dictionary a few years ago. It is a real word.
Yeah. MRE is still in kindergarten.
That first grade bully scared him for life. She was I couldn't call her a bully. I did make fun of her lunchbox. So I kind of egged her on.
No,
I made fun of her lunchbox.
What was her lunchbox?
You know what? For the life of me, I can't remember what it was. It could have been My Little Pony or something like that, and I made fun of it. And she attacked me from behind. It wasn't even fair. She got me from behind.
What was her lunchbox?
Either My Little Pony or something like that. Strawberry shortcake or My Little Pony. One I can't remember.
Oh, see, you are aging yourself. So, which this means that is not a true story, everyone.
Yes, it was a true story. She attacked me.
No, the true story about the lunchbox.
Oh, that's a true story. I made fun of her lunchbox.
I mean, what lunchbox it was?
My Little Pony or Strawberry Shortcake. One of the I can't remember which one.
Sure, it wasn't a Partridge Family one or
Nope.
Donny Osmond one?
No, it was not, because I like Donnie. He's a little bit country and Marie's a little bit rock and roll, or the other way around. I'm not sure. Angela said it wasn't a fair fight. That's right. Angela's got my back.
the prince. I could definitely be wrong, but that's the last thing I heard. I'm not saying.
Yeah, because the general story is written already to my knowledge.
Oh, I'm sorry. I clicked it off.
Oh, you just love throwing that beating I took in first in kindergarten up.
Yeah, they're gonna use that against you forever.
Yeah.
Um,
I've seen a shrink for years over it, so I've been getting counseling.
Oh yeah, Angela said she thinks it is. So does
Yes, yep, I think so too. If you look at the door, and I think they're like in the intro, like the uncle throws him out of the door or something like that.
What is this? Who is he talking to?
Prince. That would be dope, but for some reason I'm not in conflict. Is releasing 2 books back. Oh, we talk about George R. Martin not releasing the books in time.
Oh, okay. Hi, Karen. How are you?
How you doing, Karen S?
What's this? It was a young Mazda in a dress that attacked me.
Oh, that's funny. A young Mazda.
MRE, was your papa Buddy Abbott? You sound like him, and I picture you
as a short brunette. Yes, everything is true. I am a short brunette.
Are you really? No, he's
No,
never going
Carol
to
Burnett.
tell us. He's never going to tell us. I have a picture of what you look like in my mind, and I don't want it disturbed.
Okay.
So don't even tell anyone.
And it's Igor. Right?
Confuse me. No, it's not Igor.
It's got to be Igor.
No.
Master. Yes, master. I used to like Igor, though. But he had some cool. He could never wear glasses, though, Igor.
Yeah,
and he was educated and trying to equate vibe red lipstick and go fuck themselves.
I love 556 Media.
Octavia says, "You took my home, my happiness, my life. If I have to fight for it, I will." Lagatha, I'm blonde Sicilian Viking. How does that work? There are, like I said, in Sicily, the Vikings did raid parts of Sicily and settle parts of Sicily at one point. So very rarely will you find a blonde Sicilian, but they do exist. Most of the blonde Italians are from northern Italy, though, from the Germanic tribes, the Lombards, the Visigoths, and stuff like that. And the Vandals. The Vandals mostly settled central Italy. Work in a bottle factory. We get bored and send our gloves through the machines. Laverne and Shirley.
Yeah.
Laverne, what was their song? We're gonna make it.
Yeah.
Take 2 steps tomorrow.
Yes.
We're gonna. Yeah.
Yes. And Mr. Smith says,
my mom drove me to school one day. No seatbelt. Took a curve. Passenger door opened up and I fell out with my lunchbox. My mom yelled, "Get back in the car." Eventually saved my life.
oh my God, that's terrible. I did know someone. It was one of my cousins. I can't remember which one. My aunt was driving and the same thing happened. The car door opened and he was hanging out.
Really?
Yeah.
I remember one time I was like sitting up against the car door and my father like slapped me in the head. He's like, "You could fall out," but I never did. But he told me never to put my back up against the car door and sit like that because if it opened up,
yes,
I would have went right out.
Yes, exactly.
It would have saved my family a lot of Alpo money, a lot of dog food.
Yeah, okay. I mean, seriously, we didn't even wear seatbelts.
I know. It was nuts. No seatbelts back then at all.
Yeah.
I remember being a little kid, like crawling over the seats and trying to drive myself, surfing on top of the car, like in Teen Wolf, like Styles did. Do you remember Teen Wolf?
No.
Oh, well, then you wouldn't know what I'm talking about. He used to surf on top of the cars. And I looked up to him as a child.
Oh, did you?
No, but it sounded good.
It sounded good, right? I don't see any of my family.
Karen S. Trace your roots. A family from the north who went down to Sicily. They were light. Probably went for some Viking blood. Probably. Oh, my dogs are actually giving me the look.
Yes,
and
I
that look
hear
is
it, and
to
I
take
hear
them
it.
out.
And once again, we went over 2 hours, 2.5 hours. It goes by so fast when you're on, MRE. Thank you so
Yeah, because
much.
we have laughs and stuff. Thank you for having me on, and God bless the chat and everybody. I love the videos that you put up there. Those are great.
Thank you so much.
And I love JTP's thing on. I'm so glad you streamed that.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much for coming on here with me, because I was really, not in a good mood.
Well, like I said, anytime you need me to pop on or whatever, I'm always willing to pop on. I'm going to think of a game. I will think of a game, and in the next few days, I will watch Lawless.
Okay, very good.
All right, have a good night, Angel.
Too. So then we'll connect somehow on a stream or something, on one of your old videos or my old. Well, I have to get in touch with you on your old videos.
Yeah, like I said, within a couple of days, I will watch it.
All right, very good.
Have a great night, everybody, and God bless you all.
You too. Thank you so much.
All right, bye-bye.
All right, good night. Now, let me just give him a proper send-off. Bye-bye, Bimbo. That's for you. Thank you to MRA. Thank you. Hit that like button, folks. I think it was a good show, so you could hit the like button. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, Joy. Great show. Good night, sweet angel. Good night, my joy. And I'm so, so happy you're feeling better. I'm so happy. Thank you, Marla. Great show. And great show, Angel and MRE. Good night. Great show tonight, sweet angel, MRE, and everyone. Yes, we push back. Good night, Assassino, whatever I see, Asino. Rat Trap City, good night. Thank you, Carol. And Krumel, thank you so much. Nobody really got blocked tonight. Only one person, right? By MRE, the toddler warrior. Good night to the Smiths. Thank you so much. Good night. Angel, for the love of God, stay on. Angel, don't leave. I don't have anything else to talk about. Good night, Steve. Bye. Bye until next time. Great show. Thank you, Kathy. Karen, I'm sad I was working and missed most of it. You could just go back and rewatch it. You know that? You could rewind it or start from the beginning. Good night, 556 Media, and thank you for making me laugh. I love anyone who makes me laugh. Thank you. And Donnie, I am going to come down. I am coming down there. Mobland, it's very, very late, and you're still up, and I appreciate it. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Assassino. Very good show. Thank you. Krumel, thanks again, Angel. Thanks, Angel, for the fun again. No, thank you for being here. Cane Shades, thank you so much. Cane Shades, drop your link. Drop your link for your channel. I love Cane Shades. Friday nights at the Bodega is one of my favorite shows. So drop your link. Ramundi, Angel, what the fungal happened? MRE had to go. He's on 2.5 hours with me. Good night, my Angela. Thank you. And good night, Perry. Good night, Carol. Thank you to everyone. And good night, Raimundi. Thank you for making me laugh as well. You are the funniest. I have to give that to you. Thank you, everyone. Good night. And thank you, MRE. And thank you, Justice Text Pros. And thank you, Frank Morano. Good night.